Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. One of the questions I often get is how do I turn my new pillow cover into a slip cover? So if you don't know what a slip cover is, it's a couple of pieces of fabric that overlap each other, and everyone wonders, well, how do I calculate that? Well, it all depends on what kind of pillow form you're going to use. Now, this is a pillow form, and they come in a variety of sizes and thicknesses, and this is pretty wide here along the side. So this is fluffy. So that also you have to determine, well, it's going to be a little thicker, so how do I calculate that fabric? Or maybe you're recovering an old pillow and you're putting a slip cover over it. So I'm going to show you how to figure out the fabric. So the first thing you want to do is take that pillow form, take a tape measure, and measure it from the center side seam up over the top to the other center side seam. And then add at least a ½ inch, and that's to help you calculate the fabric for the front. So after you've done that and you've cut your fabric out, and by the way, that extra ½ inch is for a ¼ inch seam allowance. So get this cut out. Then you're going to take two pieces of fabric that are larger than your square here. You're going to lay them and overlap them. Now, if it's a really fluffy pillow form, you may have to overlap it at least 4 inches or maybe even a little more. If it's a relatively fat pillow, maybe you only need to overlap it maybe 3 inches. So after you figure that out, you want to curl your edges in 2 times, fold them over and press twice, then stitch it closed. And you do that on both pieces. Then overlap them and have the pretty side of the fabric facing up. Then take your front fabric, lay it on top with the pretty side down. Then cut around your top piece of fabric. Then pin it together and stitch it all up. And that's how you make a slip cover. This is a foam insert for making seat cushions, and this is 1 inch wide. You can also get the foam that's even thicker. Now, I bought mine at my Walmart, but not all Walmarts are going to carry it. And it usually comes in a package of 4 per package. So if you need to make more seat cushions, of course, you'd have to buy another package. So if you don't have them at your Walmart, check some of your sewing and craft stores that may be in your area, like Hobby Lobby. You can always go on Amazon.com to look for those seat cushions. This is a slip cover that would go over the seat cushion. And again, to cut your front piece, you measure from the side up over the top to the middle of the other side. And then add a ½ inch to that. And again, that would be for a ¼ inch seam allowance. Once you've cut that front fabric, follow the process of how I demonstrated on the pillow for overlapping your fabric and then cutting the fabric around this top piece. Stitch it together like normal. Now, one of the things that I did on this particular cushion is that before I measured for this seat cover, I rounded the corners a little bit. So I just took, you can take a pair of scissors, I took a rotary cutter and just kind of did a real rough rounding because I just thought it would look better. You don't have to do that, but I decided to do that. If you want to put ties on your slip cover, all you need to do is cut some fabric, a narrow strip, maybe 1½ inch wide strip of fabric, fold it over in towards the center and then fold it again and stitch it closed along the edges. Then fold it in half and place the folded section into the seam. And then when you're stitching around, you want to go back and forth a few times over this because this is a stress area. This is another seat cushion, but this one I put piping on it. Now I also rounded the corners of the foam insert. And to put piping on is a really easy process. By the way, it's made by Wrights, W-R-I-G-H-T-S. You can buy it on Amazon.com. You can even go to Etsy, probably Hobby Lobby, in other sewing and crafts stores that may be in your area. And it's got about a 1/2 inch wide piece that sticks out, and that little piece goes into the seam. And that's how you stitch it in there. You also can do your ties and put it in there in your seam while you're stitching the piping on. You can also make outdoor cushions for either pillows or for your chair cushions, either one. But when you're doing that, think of designs you can make that could go on those seat cushions or on your pillows. This is a 1/2 square triangle, and it's very simple to make a 1/2 square triangle. And then here's another one. It's several 1/2 square triangles put together into this type. Now you can get outdoor fabric at Hobby Lobby. Some of your Michael's craft stores might also sell it. If you're not sure where to go get it in your area, if you don't have either of those two stores near you, go on the internet and just in the search block enter outdoor fabric, and many different websites will show up. You can probably also get it on Etsy.com, Fabric.com, and as I said, many other websites. I also use outdoor fabric to make an outdoor table runner. And this has one theme of fabric. It has kind of a beachy little cabana type theme on it. And I actually bought this at my Walmart. I don't know if they still have it, so you may check out your Walmart. On the opposite side, I put this patriotic holiday fabric. So when it's either Memorial Day or 4th of July, I can flip this table runner over to the other side. Now you can also use other fabrics to make outdoor projects. But remember, outdoor fabric is treated so that it will withstand the elements and it'll last a lot longer out there. Now, if you're going to use regular fabric, you could spray it with Scotchgard or a product called Never Wet. This is another table runner, and I had all of these odd size squares. And so what I did was I cut them down all to the same size and stitched them together and made this really long table runner. This is also outdoor fabric, and again I bought this at my local Walmart, and this has a watermelon theme. And then this one here was also from Walmart, and it's another patriotic theme. Well, I hope these tips of the week were helpful to you and that you try working with outdoor fabric. Also try working with the piping. You'll find it's not as difficult as you think. Now, I've got other projects down below that you can go to get detailed information on how to make these chair covers and some of these other pillow projects that I showed you here. So to get to those links, you scroll down below your YouTube screen to the description section. Click on the word more, and that section will expand open and you will see all of the links appearing. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you go and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.